We have team coverage now after another big day in the case against Casey. All key parties were in court today for a hearing to decide whether to release a jail video of Casey when she learned her daughter's remains had been found. Also at issue, cell phone records of several witnesses in the case, including Roy Kronk. And Casey's defense added a new member to their team today. Andrea Lyon is now their death penalty qualified attorney. Channel 9's Kathy Belich was at today's hearing and joins us live. And Kathy, Casey was in the courtroom and had some interesting behavior.
Casey was mostly quiet today, and so were her parents, who looked worn down. Casey wrote some notes that she passed to her attorneys, and there were some uncomfortable moments for her in court today. Casey Anthony has obviously put on more weight. Her blue shirt doesn't seem to fit anymore. She smiled a couple of times during today's hearing, but when the discussion turned to which day her daughter Kaylee was murdered, she shifted and appeared to hold her breath.
There's some confusion about the date.
Her California attorney's impassioned plea to seal the jail video of Casey's reaction to Channel 9's special report on December 11th that Kaylee's remains likely were found was all for naught today because a defense motion was filed too late to address it.
This is cruel. This is inhumane.
Defense attorney Jose Baez tried to keep his reasons for wanting the phone records of Casey's ex-fiancée Jesse Grund and other witnesses a secret, but then he said this.
Mr. Grund was, for all intents and purposes, a suspect in this case.
Even though Casey and her parents tried to cast suspicion on Grund, there is no evidence that he ever was investigated as a suspect. After Casey left court without even glancing at her parents, her new, highly regarded death penalty attorney might have slipped up.
I believe that the Florida law simply doesn't allow asking for the death penalty in these circumstances, but
if the defense believes that those circumstances are that Jesse Grund or someone else other than Casey murdered Kaylee, then Florida law certainly does allow for the death penalty. Now, WFTV's legal analyst Bill Schaefer says a reasonable interpretation of her comment could mean a return to a mental health defense, which is what a former attorney of hers had suggested in court documents. Reporting live at the Orange County Courthouse, Kathy Belich, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Casey's newest attorney sat with the defense today in court. Professor Andrea Lyon is from the DePaul University College of Law in Chicago and is a death penalty qualified attorney. Channel 9's Mark Boyle has more on Lyon's background.
Good morning, guys.
Andrea Lyon is the attorney charged with keeping Casey Anthony off of death row. This morning, she made her first appearance alongside Anthony's defense team during the hearing. Before walking inside, she was focused and did not want to speak with us.
Is there any reason you decided to take on this case?
Thank you. No. Please get that out of my face. Thank you.
Anthony's attorney, Jose Baez, just passed the bar 3 years ago. Lyon's resume is much more noteworthy. We found she has tried more than 130 homicide cases. She has defended more than 30 potential capital cases and taken 19 through the penalty phase. She claims to have won all of them. Winning means keeping her clients off of death row. Lyon didn't waste any time going after the prosecution.
The state has noticed up the death penalty. They have done so for strategic reasons, in my opinion. You will hear about those strategic reasons in motions that I will be filing, challenging their right to even ask for the death penalty.
Having a death-qualified attorney helps during depositions, discovery, and the process of preparing the case for trial. The professor at DePaul University touts her knowledge of law and teaching career. On her website, Lyon claims to be the first woman in the nation to serve as a lead attorney on a death penalty case. She knows she has her work cut out now.
I'm just learning the case. I'm new on the case.
Reporting in Orange County, Mark Boyle, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
The judge still has to decide whether to accept Lyon as the death penalty attorney in this case. Here's what's next. The judge also gave the media a week to decide whether they want to fight to get a copy of that jail video. And the jail has a week to respond to allegations that it violated Casey's civil rights when it recorded her reaction to news that Kaylee's remains had been found.